Hey, beautiful collective. Thank you for joining me here, everyone. I hope you're doing fabulous. Let's get you some additional messages for the collective energy, please, and thank you, Spirit. Collective, thank you for your likes, your comments, and of course, all your subscriptions. Collective energy. Ooh. Memento mori, life, presence, depth. There is a reason you have those dreams. The mystic. The meaning is in the middle. Collective energy. What are we talking about here? Stay open. Spirit of the tree. If you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. Nature. Inner peace. The priestess. Quite often a lot of you seek nature, like are drawn to the trees. This is where you find balance, nurturing, allowing the elements to ground you. It's time to come home, the goddess of the sea, to abundance, to heal. There is a reason you have those dreams. High priestess, a visionary. Be patient, it will come. The sun always comes out. Manifestation, power, and sun. This is growth. This is nurturing yourself, allowing nature to guide you and bring you home to where you're supposed to be. There's a reason you have those dreams. So a lot of you could have a lot of vivid dreams. You may be prophetesses, prophets. You could prophesize the future. You're very grounded to nature. What about these dreams? What about these dreams, Spirit? Wisdom. A leader. You could be a prophet or prophetess. This is someone with, like, you got the sunflower there, you've got, the staff, which is, like the limb of a tree. It's like you're very powerful. This is a powerful manifester. This is someone who sees the future, can see into the future. That's why a lot of injustices are quite often done to you. A lot of people reject you, ignore you. This is gifts of the universe. You're gifted a lot of abundance, a lot of love, devotion, justice. Highly honored, highly respected, very dedicated, very loyal, very worthy, grounded. This is completion. Could also be in the world. You love the world. Like you love the world. You love our earth. You love our It's time to come home. A lover of home and family. Okay. A lot of you, even your own families, may have rejected you, judged you, didn't include you. Oh, may have had the wrong perception of you, may have changed people's perception of you, hurt you. You could have been like the family scapegoat here. The one that people blame, the one that people hurt, the one that people love to judge, love to hate. Took their temper out on you. This is, if anything went wrong, it was your fault. If anything happened, it's because of you. You could have been the family scapegoat. You could have been actually the one that brought the most wisdom and knowledge to your family. You could have been the one that everything that happened to you in your life, you could have been like, you deserved it, or no wonder they left, or no wonder this happened, or no wonder you've been. people talking about you, people it's because you could have been a healer or a star seed. People may have called you a fool. People may have made fun of you. You were a blessing. And they may have just left you out in the cold and abandoned you. Betrayed you. I'm not just talking about this past person of yours. I am talking about, like, quite often when you are a healer, a shaman, an earth angel, a guide, someone who is a light worker, quite often it's because you irritate the hell out of people's demons. You do. And quite honestly, people could have blamed you for every tragedy, every hurt, every pain. You may have taken on like an entire family's suffering. Told you. Everybody talking. Blame, blame, blame. This could have followed you throughout your entire life. Like, you may have found displaced. You may have found yourself alone, even as a child. It's like whatever went on, you could have got the blame for it. People passing the buck here. They need to be right. You know, this is narcissism. This is like, oh, it gotta be because of the collective. It's gotta be because of this earth. They would never call you an earth angel. They would never call you a star seed. Not in a million years. But if anything painful went on, any heartbreaks, anything went on, they would slander you, spread rumors about you. This is like passing the buck. It was easier to blame you. Even your lovers could have done this to you. That's the journey of a star seed. They quite often get targeted, made the targets. Well, it wasn't me, it had to be the collective. Well, it wasn't me, it had to be because you make common sense. You're actually brought as a healer. Okay, so every healer's journey, they're usually loathed, hated, yet there's no justification for the hatred. It's like, I'm not saying you're innocent of everything, guys. I'm not. But it's just like unforgiveness. It's like, it's easy to blame people when they can get away with it. It's easy to blame people that aren't in your presence. And it's almost as if you've taken on an entire family and been made the scapegoat. Your lovers could have did this to you. Your partners could have did this to you. Your family could have did this to you. Your co-workers could have did this to you. It's nothing that you did wrong, collective. It's because of who you are. I told you, it's your light that irritates their demons. They might actually have to look inside themselves. They might have to address their own issues. You're like this reflective light. And it's like people have to trash you because they don't want to look inside themselves. It's so much easier to find a scapegoat than what it is to do soul reflection or inner work or identify what they did wrong. That's what I said. It requires work. This is jealousy, envy, rivalry. It's actually greed. Like I said, you may have been carrying an entire lifetime of burdens upon your shoulders, like causing others to mistrust you, fear you. They fear what you know. They fear your truth. That's looking for a scapegoat. You were it. Like I said, even your partners. It's their own insecurities. It's your light that disturbs people. Your strength, your courage, your bravery. Yeah. So I cannot acknowledge or give credit where it's due. Cannot. It's like no big deal. Your accomplishments are never a big deal because they had to beat you down to make themselves look bigger. And quite honestly, when you understand this, you don't feel so bad about it. Like when you understand the philosophy behind it, it doesn't make it right. I'm not even going there. But when you have the knowledge of that, really these pity people are to be pitied because they never address their own issues. They never address their own issues. So, to be honest, you're better off letting them, if they need to make you the scapegoat, it's because they could not endure what you did. They could not endure what you have. You're stronger. That does not make it right. But what it does do should reassure you that why you are so deserving of the kindness from the universe, the kindness and generosity of the universe, because quite honestly, nobody else did. Very few. You might have some really good people in your corner, but for the majority, the answer is no. They were not in your corner. That's the truth. Quite often, it's your truth they fear. It's quite often your knowledge they fear. You may be the one that rocks the boat, addresses issues, sees what needs healed, and speaks out about it. You may be the one chosen in your family to do that. And it's a big burden. You may have had to do everything alone, everything you worked for. You may have had to work for everything you have alone. And still they cannot give you credit for. They don't want to admit that you're genuine. They don't want to admit your value, your worth. Because what does that make them? Then they would really have to address their own issues. And if people aren't willing, it was easier to make you feel insecure about yourself. It's not you, collective. And I'm not sugarcoating nothing for you guys because I'm reading for you. I would tell you if you were doing like some major wrongs here that you needed corrected according to the tarot. It's by chance. It could have easily have been someone else or one of someone else, but you was chosen for this mission. You was chosen for it because you had the strength and the determination and the willpower to carry it through. They could not have endured what you endured. It was just easier to put the blame on you. It's easy to have a bad guy so they look good, right? The portals are being opened to you. Spirit's saying, are you ready? One way or another, you're in your true divinity. And Spirit has called you to center, to align you. It's like sometimes you may have fumbled the ball and fumbled your way through things, but you picked up the ball and kept going. You kept fighting against a lot of persecution. Take care.